Good morning and thank you for joining us on this Friday Eve for Wake Up Charlotte to Go. I'm Ruby Durham, but we need to send it straight up to the man himself, Larry Sprinkle. Larry, what is going on?
I'll tell you what's happening. A little bit of fog this morning as we check your weather headlines. A little bit of clearing, a lot of clearing for the afternoon. Temperatures today in the low to mid 50s and much colder as we head right into the upcoming weekend. Big drop in those temperatures, especially on Saturday and Sunday, but a big rebound for the middle of next week. Check it out hour by hour. Noontime we're at 44 degrees. We'll be around 51 at 4 o'clock. Clear skies this evening. 7 p.m. temperatures should be in the mid 40s. Overnight tonight, for the most part, we'll see temperatures drop in the low to mid 30s, upper 20s to low 30s in the mountains. Preview time for tomorrow. We see showers start to move into the area, especially after 9 o'clock. Some of the heavier rainfall will be around lunchtime tomorrow. Check your 7-day forecast. Near 55 today. Tomorrow, mid 30s, showers in there. Not a complete washout, but a chance of rain. Will hit about 52 tomorrow. Then here we go for the upcoming weekend. It's going to be cold, kind of breezy. 46 on Saturday, Sunday morning down to 25, upper 40s to near 50 on Monday. And there you go. We're at 58 degrees by the middle of next week. And that's your first one forecast, Ruby.
Larry, thank you. All right, it is a big day for parents in the Charlotte area. In just hours, the CMS Board of Education will hold an emergency meeting to decide whether students will return for in-person class next week. This as Mecklenburg County health leaders recommend schools go virtual for the next 3 weeks. CMS originally set to return to school next Tuesday. Rachel, a lot of debate this morning about what's best, and there's no easy answer.
That's true, Ruby. I mean, this has really been a hot topic for many months now. It's difficult. Can you imagine being in the decision-making seat on this? We've got states that are going back to in-person learning and then other states that are doubling down on remote. So we anticipate that this is going to remain a big talker. Leave your comments below on what you think. And you can also see the poll that I've had up on my social media, 63% of people saying that they want CMS to go with remote. We've got almost 200 people voting in that poll, so continue to weigh in. Let's talk about this email that was sent to Governor Cooper. It was from the North Carolina Educators Association. They've said that they want Cooper to take action to keep kids home, and here's their reason. They're saying it really doesn't matter how well teachers enforce social distancing, masks, when the spread of COVID outside of classrooms is anywhere as near as high as it is right now locally, that these kids should be home. We've got former Panthers tight end speaking up, Greg Olsen, on this, getting a lot of reaction as well. He's a dad of 3 young ones, as you know, and he says he thinks school leaders are failing our kids and leaving behind students who really need to be in the classroom. A couple comments in response to that. Real Spotter 26 saying that as a parent of 8-year-old triplets, he agrees. The kids need to be back in schools. But then we have other people like this former teacher saying it's just not worth the risk, though she is still concerned about kids who aren't in a safe environment at home. So as you've heard from people, just as we've been having these conversations over the last 6 months or so, there are strong arguments on both sides with people that want to return to in-person and why, and people who want to stay remote. So we'll continue to follow the very latest as we are about 3.5 hours away from that CMS meeting. Ruby, back to you.
Thank you, Rachel. Obviously, a lot of mixed emotions. We'll keep you posted. All right, turning to some of your other top stories of the day. The vaccine rollout continues across our region. Cabarrus County will hold another vaccine clinic at the Cabarrus Arena and Event Center. It's all open to anyone 75 and older, but appointments are required this time. Rowan County is holding a clinic at the West End Plaza in Salisbury. Appointments are not required there, but doses will be given on a first-come, first-served basis starting at 9:30 this morning. Many patients in South Carolina struggling to schedule their vaccine appointments. Slots filled up almost immediately for people 70 and older. The South Carolina health director says they will add more appointments as they receive more vaccines. He says they would need 10 times their current supply to vaccinate everyone who is eligible.
Good Thursday morning. 6 museums, including the Met Museum behind me, are announcing that they've closed. All of this after the health director, Gibby Harris, saying that it's important that we go to virtual time at home, not coming out unless it's absolutely mandatory. Museums and other businesses in Charlotte taking note of that. Some, like the museums, saying that they're going to close. They don't have to, but they say it's in the best interest of the community at large.
I'm Tracy Potts. President Trump has been impeached. a second time. It's the only time in U.S. history that we've seen a president impeached twice. The charge, inciting insurrection against the U.S. government. 10 Republicans joined Democrats, every one, to impeach the president. Now the question becomes, when might we see a trial on that impeachment charge in the Senate? Senate Leader Mitch McConnell says he is undecided on the president's guilt, but there's no way they can squeeze in a trial before Joe Biden's inauguration next week.
It is time to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. And you've seen the shows on HGTV where talented teams flip a house in just a few short days, completely transforming it for a new owner. Well, that same thing is about to happen at the White House. Here's Ben Thompson.
Movers showed up outside the White House this week, and they've got a big task ahead. Let's connect the dots. Stacks of empty boxes were delivered Wednesday to help Team Trump pack up. Perhaps the bigger task, disinfecting the White House. It's been a hotspot for COVID-19 outbreaks, so the incoming administration is spending nearly $500,000 to get their new digs deep cleaned. $45,000 to clean the carpets, $30,000 to clean the curtains. This goes above and beyond the traditional top-to-bottom cleaning done by White House staff to make way for a new president. It's a lot to do, less than a week till move-in day. And that is connecting the dots.
All right, folks, that's all we have for you today, but there's always more, so make sure you watch us every morning here on Wake Up Charlotte. We start at 4:30. Have a wonderful Thursday.